And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Well, I have upgraded this airport. As soon as it became available, I upgraded it because we were getting planes just circling endlessly up here, unable to land because as soon as one plane landed, another one tried to take off, and it just wasn't working right. So we have got the airport now where we can get a plane taking off and landing at the same time. So that is good news. I also added the mod that gives us a late game air freight plane. We haven't had it unlocked yet. I think I'm pretty sure it's like 1990 or something like that, where the new plane unlocks. And I went in before I enabled it in the game. I went into the data files and I made sure that it holds more than this one. For some reason, by default, the guy who made it only carry a very small amount of material, and it's a 747, so it should be able to carry a lot. Okay, so this episode, I kind of want to get a line, sort of a trunk line, going from OldTown to Highgarden to Lannisport, and maybe even connect back up with King's Landing over here. Although I'm not sure how to tackle it, because King's Landing, this depot right here, I could come out from the top, circle over to Lannisport, and then down to Highgarden, and then finally into OldTown. So, or I could come out from underneath and maybe sneak in somewhere. I think I'm going to go from the top, so it's a continuous run all the way down. Now I got to decide where I want to connect these. So I got to look at the commercial residential sections. So this is largely residential on this side. We could swing this up, connect to this industrial section here, give them some jobs, and then bounce up to here to to Lannisport and kind of clip the edge of this. Oh, we've got a lot of outdated stuff, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because that takes a lot of time, and I've already done a huge replace in between episodes. We had a lot of stuff expire, so I've upgraded the Erie food area over here, and several other bus lines I've upgraded and worked on a little bit here and there. But for now, we're going to look at connecting these up. So I'm not going to worry about too many fields. We've got money. I'm not too terribly concerned with that right at the moment. So let's go to rail, passenger, and this will be a terminal station down here. And we're going to do 240 high speed. 2nd Street connection. We're going to do 4 tracks. And do we want a little curvature on it? Give it a little flavor here. So if we put a little curvature on it, I want to make sure we're curved up to there. So maybe just 1 curvature. That should be good. And we're going to tilt it up a little bit more. Set it right in here. Okay, which one is these? King's Landing, Downtown Express. Okay, I'm not going to worry about those right now. All right, now for roads, to connect this up, we're going to connect it up right there, and we're going to bring this one out and connect it. I'm going to leave a little bit bigger gap for some bigger buildings. That one connects right up to that. That's nice. And right up into there. Okay, now on this side, do the same thing. Connect it. Ooh. Connect it. Oh, no, come on. Straight out. There we go. That's what I like to see. Okay, connect it like that. No. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, now this one I'm going to stretch out all the way down to here. This one I'm going to stretch Straight across. Why does that derp out like that? I just don't know. Stretch that out, and now these can also be stretched out. Because our rail is going to come right up in through here. Now, this one is going to be a through one. I don't know how you'd... Okay, we're going to flip it around. Like so, because it's got to come up to Lannisport. So we're going to try... See, it's going to come out right here. So I think I probably put too much curvature on that. We're going to take that out. And we're going to try to merge it right in here. Just like this. So that connects all of that pretty nicely. Now for rail, I've got to go all the way to the end of my rail here. And we're going to try to match this up. So I'm going to go on the inside one here. And we're going to try to match it up with this here. Okay, so is that pretty good line? It works pretty well. Because we're going to immediately double this line all the way through. Come all the way down to here. And split this line off as much as possible. Just like that. Okay, so that line is good to go. Now we need to worry about Lannisport, because this is going to be able to come straight up, but we're going to need to curve it to match up with the curve coming off of this one. So let's get a curve. And let's see, we're going to want to really curve this one, because it's going to come straight up from here. So let's give it an extreme curve, and we'll be able to then curve it around, and I think right in here is probably a good bet. So we're going to place it right in here. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit more so it's straight down. I think right there is a good spot. So let's see what the track looks like now. And we're going on the inside of these. So let's drag this up. Try to match it right in there. That's good. Continue it down. Cross the roads and merge it right in to there. Okay, the secondary trunk is done. Now we just need to connect it up with King's Landing. And we're going to do that as a sort of broad arch. So let's see. I would like, which track do I want to use? I kind of want to use this. Let's see, do we have any other towns? We have one Sunspear down there we could connect to using a pretty, that'd be a pretty long run, but it's going to come out the bottom anyway. So this is going to have to curve and arc all the way over to here. Yeah. I know. I'm aware that it's not. So let's get rid of that error because it's really annoying. So there we go. Happy? Are you happy now? There we go. Connect all of this up. Okay, now let's do the rail thing. And I'm going to go out to the outside here. And we're going to try to get this to arc up and around without too much interference right up into there. Kind of a long arc, but it maintains that max speed, which is important for us. And we're gonna, let's see, take it off of this direction, I do believe. So now we want to double that up. And of course, too much curvature. Okay, so let's build it and then replace that road. It's like so. Okay, now let's finish her off. And this long sort of curve, even though it's not the most optimal situation, it should still, trains will be able to go fast enough on it where it'll make very little difference, especially when you get the flirts. The flirts will make a huge impact on that. Okay, so now we do signals, and yes, I don't need both signals on both sides on here, but I just do it anyway. So just a habit, putting both signals. Okay, let's continue this. Yeah, time is flying by because I'm on medium speed, and it's going crazy fast. So I'm still trying to keep up with it here. Looking forward, I really want to push it to get to that next plane, because I think that will make a big difference in the cargo, because we'll need to move. We'll need fewer planes to deliver the same amount of cargo, and so I can keep the number of planes the same and then deliver more, because King's Landing probably isn't getting all of its. Yeah, it's only getting 45% of the food, and these are even upgraded. So eventually we're going to be dumping so much food into that spot. I think I set those 747s to carry an even 200 materials. Okay, so this line is done, so let's actually build the line. And this is a railroad, and it's going to not be that pasty color. We got a blue one coming in here, blue, green, red, so we're gonna have a black. We're gonna do a black line here. So from here to here to here to here and back. Then Lannisport. So that should round out the whole thing. So this is the King's Landing to Old Town commuter. Okay, now I need a depot on here, just some old place, not really important where it goes, but as long as it's on the right side of the track, we're good to go. So let's set up that. Okay, now how many trains do we want? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try to start with 4 trains, and that should be plenty, hopefully. So let's see, what are our commuter planes? So we've got, not commuter planes, trains. So we've got that nice electric rail, and this is going to be a black line. So this rail is what I've been using for my commuter lines. It's a pretty good one. It's expensive to run, but it's pretty good. So we're going to try that. Now carriages, while it would be nice to use these, the speed limit on these, well, actually 137. I wonder if I tweaked that. I don't remember it being so fast before. It is pretty expensive to run, but it holds a lot of people. So I could do these Einheitswagen, which is 124, which I think is pretty much in line with this. 22 passengers. 4x20 is 2 and has an improved interior air conditioning. Ooh, it has air conditioning. Ooh, that'll really give Westeros a shock. They'll just run out of it yelling winter is coming. Okay, so Einheitswagen, yeah, 22. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8, just because. And we're gonna quadruple it. Set line to King's Landing OldTown commuter. All right, we are connected now with all of these, which means I need a bus system in all of these cities. And this one's already sort of on the way to doing that. And then I can connect this processing plant with this farm and deliver food right into OldTown. So I don't need to really commandeer anything else. We got some crappy roads in there. Let's build that out. And we're going to set up some initial roads here for them to expand into. Okay. There we go. And this one can connect up to here. Okay, we've got a little bit of work here. And over here is... Okay, let's drag that straight across. And of course, we're probably going to want to cut into here a little bit. So we're going to cut this in, not caring which buildings we take out, just because we haven't started growing it yet. So I think we're good to go on that. And let's make sure all of these side streets are good, and this one is bad, so we're going to take that one out. And this road vehicle needs to be replaced, so let's just hammer this one out really quick. Just so I don't get a bunch of errors. So there's just 4 vehicles on that line that need to be upgraded. And look at this way out here. This really thought it was going to expand. I don't know. I don't think I put these in, but I like that they're there. Ready to go. Okay, so now let's bring this out here, and into there. And we're going to do another one, and another one. Just sort of this fan, sort of look like a Christmas tree almost. Just kind of build these out. And that way my cross streets can just connect up all of them. I don't know why it insists on doing that ridiculous curve, but trying to make do here. And let's go up to Lannisport. Oh, that's actually what I wanted to do. Okay. Those are all connected. These are connected. I want to connect this one to this one, but I want it to go up. Like that. Not that that is optimal, because it kind of that collapses the chance of using over here. But we got some growth over here already. So that's good for us. Now it's a matter of the bus stops, or I could use trams. I could definitely use trams in this setup. So we're going to do a bus stop there. And let's see, over here is a little trickier. Oh, no, wrong thing. So if we put one right in here, we kind of lose some prime real estate right next to the tracks. But I think in all, it'll be worth it. And over here we got plenty of space. Oh, I clicked the wrong button again. So we're going to connect these right up into here and hope for the best. And we'll run the trams. I think we're going to do trams. I think it would be kind of cool to do trams. So we'll run those next episode. And that'll do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.